Hello, Digidestins. This is Kyle D, better known as Ride My Avatar, bringing you more Digimon content for set 1.5. Today we're covering blue decks because, again, with Imperialdramon coming out, Leopardmon kind of getting a boost because it's finally getting the set 3 stuff it was missing and lacking. We kind of get some all-needed UlforceVeedramon. We kind of get all this cool stuff that just been dying for us to get our hands on. So, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe on this video. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this video, and let me know if there's anything you guys want me to cover more into in depth. I'll explain a little bit, but if you want a more in-depth deck profile, let me know. I like giving a broad van of possible decks you guys are going to be upgrading, improving, changing up. So guys, remember I stream every Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. If you want to hang out, come chat, or join the Discord down below and just come hang out and just have a good time with me. So guys, without further ado, let's dive right into it. So first off, we're going to talk about the new Imperialdramon Dragon Mode deck. So again, your starters are Upamon. So if your opponent has a Digimon with no evolution, draw a card. Next, we do have Vmon. So once per turn, if your Digimon has jamming, trigger draw 1. Very powerful because paired up with Vmon, Frigimon, Imperialdramon, and Imperialdramon Dragon Mode, you're drawing cards consistently. There's not many times you will not be. So let's continue. Electmon is in the deck because Electmon is still good. We still play Gomamon because when we play him, trigger draw a card. We're still using him just because, again, drawing a card is just really good. Next, we have Gomamon went on deletion, gain a memory. Sometimes that does come into play, especially when our opponent deletes our Digimon by Gaia Forcing or anything like that. Congratulations, you gain a memory. Next, we do have Vmon. He is the newest addition to the deck because of the fact is you get the jam, swing in, and not worry about anything but option cards. It's just too good not to have. Then we have Frigimon with jamming. Again, there just because of jamming. Grillamon is in here because a cheap evolution cost just to climb up. And then we do have XVmon when digivolving. We kind of replace this with what would be Garurumon, because being able to digivolve and boost up maybe your jammers to swing in again just could help you win the game. I'm not even joking. We do play Grizzlymon at a playset. Then Imperialdramon has jamming, but it can digivolve from a 3 of green or blue. So once per turn, if your Digimon has Imperialdramon in his name, unsuspend this Digimon. So again, multi-attacking with jamming. Very powerful skill. And then Shikakumon is this Digimon is treated as blue, so you can digivolve on top of it for anything in our deck. And we're playing this because all your opponent's Digimon with no evolution cards gain security -1. So being able to shut down Rookie Rush without having to clear board state is really good. Sometimes they will deny you, so you have to get to this card as soon as possible. Even just hard playing it when you know your opponent's playing Rookie Rush could just make their day be bad. Next, we do have Imperialdramon Dragon Mode. So one of your Imperialdramon or Dinobemon when digivolving into this card, in your hand, reduce the memory cost by 2, becomes a 3 cost naturally or a 5 cost to play if you're going to play on something that isn't Dinobemon or Imperialdramon. He has jamming and unspent all your jammings. So let's take into account 4, 1, 2, 3, 12, 4, 8, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 jammers. That's going to go an extra mile away. 15 jammers is just enough because then you don't have to worry about anything but a Gaia Force or a, what is it called? Trump Sword. It's the only way, that you're going to lose your Digimon. And then we do play 2 Omnimons because we don't really need to hyper focus on Omnimon. But again, being able to now slowly move away from Omnimon focus heavy decks, we can win on an earlier game. We play Hammer Sparks, and then we have the new Davis Tamer. So if you have memory 2 or less, set your memory to 3, and then on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 blue or green Digimon among them to your hand, place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So, we're obviously going to hit a Digimon off the top 3. Who's it going to be? I don't know. So, again, your turn. This Digimon is treated as a blue. I don't think he can be grabbed by Davis, but that's fine if you miss him. That's no big deal. So let's talk about the next one. This is a Leopardmon focus deck. So, again, we're going to play 2 Upamons for the draw, Demi-Vmon for the draw if you have jamming, Electmon's in here, Gomamon for the deletion memory, Vmon for jamming, and then Gomamon quick evolution. Frigimon in here for jamming as well. Then we have Gorillamon. Then we have Grizzlymon. Again, cards we've talked about. New addition is going to be when Digivolving. If you have a blue tamer in play, unsuspend one of your blue Digimon. So UlforceVeedramon is very good. And your turn. When this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your turn, it gains jamming. Very powerful skill, and we'll explain why we're comboing in this. Then we also play Imperialdramon because he has jamming. We're really just trying to jam out. Then Shikakumon is in here because, again, hate Rookie Rush. Because, again, remember, we're going to be in a format where we're still struggling to get product. And most people will switch over to Rookie Rush because it is budget friendly. And, again, budget friendly means you get everything you need. Then we have Leopardmon is our winning image, as we'll say. Is when Digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon of your Digimon cards as another Digimon without paying its memory card. Okay. Play 1 level 4 or lower Digi-Evolution card of one of your Digimon cards as another Digimon without paying its memory cost. Wording in English is bad. Your turn. All your level 4 or lower Digimon gain jamming. So basically, champions gain jamming. Gorillamon gains jamming. Gomamon gains jamming. Gomamon. Electmon. Very powerful skill because Leopardmon giving that inheritive is just so important. Next, we do play Plesiomon for the case of just being a biggie boy. And biggie boy just rams in for 12 and most stuff can't stop that. And then we play 2 Omnimon because, again, board wipe potential and restand ability. Next, we play 2 Mad Dog Fire because, again, Mad Dog Fire will give us, for 1, bringing Plesiomon up to 3,000, and that's up to 15. You can do worlds of wonder. And then we also get trigger draw a card, then add this card to your hand just to gain power next turn. So Plesiomon being able to hit for 15 to not worry about Omnimons and only have to... All you have to do is hit hard enough with it. It's really good. We play 4 Hammer Sparks because Hammer Sparks is still fantastic. And then Davis, of course, because, again, Davis is like a new staple. Because, again, we don't have to worry too much about stuff. So, let's move on to the next deck. This is pretty much updated version of what you'll be progressing into from your old Omnimon deck if you don't get a lot of new cards and you just only get enough just to slightly tweak your deck. Nothing too crazy, but just enough to give it some tender love and care. So, again, Upamon and Wyattmon will be our main focus. We'll play Electmon at 3, Gabumon at 3 because triggering draw on play is still very good. This deck is all about the draw. Gomamon is game memory 1. Veedramon's in here because, again, jamming, early jammer, just to do this rookie rush thing and not have to worry about your shit dying is just really good. Gorillamon is in here because quick evolution. Garurumon is here for the Metal Garurumon play, where he unsuspends himself and just does it for days. Then we play XVmon to unsuspend like our little Vmons or anything like that, just so we can just unsuspend and keep swinging. Grizzlymon is in here because Grizzlymon is Grizzlymon. Then we brought back Munzimon, and then Shikoyomon is in here because Rookie Rush is a thing. And then Zudomon is in here because Draw 2 is on place, and sometimes you can just go to Mega and then go into Omnimon the following turn just because that's just how the cookie crumbles. And then we play 1 Weregarudamon because Security Plus, if we can just keep our opponent at bay and they have to throw down a blocker or something like that, we have an extra security. Plesiomon at a playset because we are turboing into Omnimon. And then Metal Garudamon is play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card under this card as another Digimon without paying its memory cost. Really good, because Imperialdramon builds a wider board, and you just can smack for days. Davis in here because memory reset, Hammer Sparks, and Omnimon at 3. Very good cards, I gotta say. Next, let's talk about UlforceVeedramon. We gained some really nice cards in this set. So Upamon and Demivemon, we've already talked about. Like, these decks don't change very often in blue. Not as much as like black did. But we have 5 decks to cover. And I think you guys want a good analysis on this. So Gomamon is in here for draws. Vmon is in here because, again, he gains when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, trigger draw. Again, combos really well with UlforceVeedramon or anything else that kind of restands. So then we also play the Vmon to be here. For the fact of the matter is he has jamming. Then Veedramon is in here. So if you have a tamer in play, unsuspend this Digimon. Again, there's once per turn restanding is fine. But you can't always get it off, so it's good to just have XVmon there to gain a restand off the Vmon. So again, you just pick and choose what you want to do. And then Veedramon 0, if you have a blue tamer, you may trash the top 3 cards of your deck to give this Digimon plus 2000 DP until the end of turn. And when attacking, it's got an inheritable. You may place 3 non-Digi A cards from your trash at the bottom of your deck in any order, activate, draw a card. So again, he trashes, puts back, or you lose a lot of Digimon, put back to keep Gallantmon off your back, because that deck could really pressure you if you're milling too much. So definitely. We have Grizzlymon in here as blocker bait, and then Zudomon is trigger, draw 2. If your opponent has, we're not really worrying about that. Just the draw 2 skill is all we really need. Next, we have ArrowVeedramon. It's really good because if you have a blue tamer in play, unsuspend one of your blue Digimon. When this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, it gains jamming. So again, UlforceVeedramon will be restanding himself because he likes to. So again, UlforceVeedramon is when one of your blue tamer becomes suspended, unsuspend this Digimon. Really nice, right? When this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, gain 1 memory. You get this once a turn. So really nice is that you kind of do gain all this cool stuff. Again, gaining a memory free of charge is really good. We also play 2 Omnimon just to finish it out and close out with UlforceVeedramon if we need to. Hammer Sparks in here because Hammer Sparks is godly. And now let's talk about the new tamer in here. So Rina Shinamare is when one of your blue Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to give that Digimon plus 1000 for the end of turn. So she'll rest herself. UlforceVeedramon will restand in the middle of battle. Really good. It gains 1000 DP. So it'll swing in for 12. But the more you have on your tamers out on the field, the better these cards get, because UlforceVeedramon can just keep standing, restanding. Swing. Especially with having jamming, you don't have to worry about anything. So again, you just take it with rolling with the punches. You'll draw cards, you'll gain advantage. Again, UlforceVeedramon does a lot of crazy stuff. And then on play, reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add 1 Digimon with V in its name among them to your hand. Place the rest in the remaining order. So we got 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 24. About half of our deck is a Vmon target fest. So again, we're not going to miss targets just because we can't hit it. So definitely pay attention to that. It really does help. Next, we have Davis in here because Davis is still really good because, again, we're doing the same filtering thing. He might not rest himself, sadly, which would be probably optimal to rest ourselves. We could play the mat, but I think having Davis in here just really does help because, again, searching the top 3 really can do a lot of stuff. Next, we have Taikamiya V-Tamer. So if you have a Digimon with Veedramon in its name, you may suspend this tamer to activate the following effects. Activate, draw a card. This Digimon gets plus 1000 until the end for the turn. Again, draw, or 1000 DP, which also triggers UlforceVeedramon. We have 7 cards that'll do it. If you want to play Matt, because again, when you play a blue Digimon, he can rest himself. Again, still doing the same stuff, but again, I feel like it's just too slow. But again, having a memory fixer does definitely help. So let's talk about the last deck we're going to be talking about. So this deck is straight up focused on gaining advantage for subtracting your opponent's Digimon memory stack. If they have a Digimon with no evolution sources, then we're golden, we're Gucci. This also rips apart Greymon builds and stuff like that. This could help you immensely. So we play Ubamon because of the draws. We play Wadamon because when your opponent Digimon has 2 or more Digimon with no evolution, it gains plus 2000. Gomamon's in here for draw. Gabumon is in here for the draw. Gomamon is in here for memory. And then this Gomamon is in here for when you trash a Digimon card of one of your opponent's Digimon, gain +1 memory. Very important because, again, this will now stack off and combo synergize like crazy, guys. Again, it's heavily focused on this. So, again, take care of it. So, Gabumon is trash the Digimon card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon with a level 5 or less. So, again, any ultimates, boop, go for it. And then you can also make your opponent's blockers minus anything like that. We also play Ikakumon, so trash one of the top Digi-Evolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon cards. Top, so you'll hit their ultimate and down, work your way down. Very nice. Next, we do have trash the Digimon card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon with Garudamon. Garudamon in there just for the sake of just trashing. So, then we have Grizzlymon in here. And then we have Zudamon, trigger draw 2. And then when attacking, when your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards in play, gain 1 memory. Very good skill. Next, we do have Weregurumon. When your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution, this gains +1 security. So again, having an added security. Then we have Metal Seadramon. On play hardcast, return up to 2 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to their hand. Trash all Digi-Evolutions from them, which is good. You hit champions, get the blocker out of the way, and your turn. This Digimon can't be blocked by your opponent's Digimon with no Digimon evolution cards. Really good skill, because again, we're trashing enough memory to make sure that Grizzlymons don't have it, or any blocker in that case does not have it. So again, gives us a quick out for black decks that we might face. And then Vikmon's in here is our newest MVP boss monster. So when your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards in play, this Digimon gets +1000 DP. Really good. Becomes a 13k attacker, but security +1. So then Weregurumon security +3. Again, and then we're trashing sources just to gain memory. Hammer Spark's in here, and then we play Cocytus Breath to return one of your opponent's Digimon to its owner's hand. Again, pretty much negating some effects here. Again, just helps out 10 times fold. Then we have Matt Ishida. Is again, when you play a blue Digimon, you can suspend this tamer to trash the bottom of your Digimon card of one of your opponent's Digimon. See, guys, all works out in the end. Matt Ishida will keep milling because you're playing, so you always will have these effects go off, just so your boss Digimon kind of just clean house and just take care of everything. Metal Seadramon will just keep pinging in with security pluses or anything like that. Again, all these effects will just keep alliterating. Vikemon will just gain enough power just to look at your opponent and laugh at them. Again, it just... there you go. You know, really what we'll do is just take a look at it. 13k is really decent. Again, Omnimon hitting into one is going to hurt and suck. But again, this is more budget friendly because you really only need a trial deck. These constantly come out for free. And then Zudamon is like the only probably second expensive card in this deck because again, trial deck gives everything away. And the rest are easy polls. So guys, if you love this video, let me know in the comments down below. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!